This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Hello, it's Jennifer from heysealemon. So you guys may remember this. I made it in a video where I had my Instagram followers pick my supplies to make a DIY, and I never ended up putting it on the wall. In fact, I never ended up doing anything with it because I didn't really like it as a piece of art. This canvas material is thick, and it's even thicker with acrylic paint on it. There's a lot of surface area to work with, a lot of material to make a wrapped book cover. So today I'm going to show you how to make a soft cover book using this canvas art as a cover. I will put all of the supplies I use, including links, in the description below, and hit that like button if you want to see more book projects on my channel, and let's see if this piece of art makes a better book cover. I'm going for a larger book on this one, so I'm using this 11 by 17 inch 24-pound paper, which I have on hand. I'm going with 28 sheets total, and I'm going to fold each one in half, and of course the paper weight and size is totally up to you. Then I'm going to make signatures with all of those folded sheets. My signatures are 4 folded sheets stacked together like this, which will make a total of 7 signatures. Then I'm going to take one signature and use it as a template to mark the binding holes, starting with one in the middle, and then the rest are 2 inches apart. And these measurements can vary depending on the size of your pages. Now place that template on top of the other signatures. Make sure they are aligned and stacked together evenly, and place one hand on top so they don't move. Then use a straight edge like this to make a line across all of the signatures. Then you can open each signature and pierce the marks you made with an awl. And as you finish each signature, make sure that you stack them back in the same order that you marked them. Now we can get to the binding. For the thread, I'm using this thick wax thread, but you can also use standard sewing thread. And I'm using a curved binding needle, but you can also use a straight sewing needle. Since this thread is thick, I'm going to single thread it with a little tail on the end, but if you use a standard sewing thread, I recommend double threading that with a knot on the end. I'm going to bind all of the signatures together using my kettle stitch method, and if you're not familiar with that, I have a whole tutorial which shows you an in-depth focus on just the binding method itself. You'll learn all the steps, and then you can return to this tutorial to finish your book. After my signatures are all stitched together, then I'm going to glue them together. I need to press down the text block to hold it in place, and I'm using a large book and my tabletop for this. Adjust the signatures so they are flush together, an awl can help with this. And place extra weight on top if they are all set to be glued. Then using PVA or another book glue, brush on one coat on the spine, making sure to glue down any loose threads. While I wait for this glue to dry, I'm going to talk about today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes to choose from. And their premium membership gives you unlimited access to high-quality classes taught by experts working in their fields. Skillshare is also more affordable than most learning platforms, with their annual subscription being less than $10 a month. I've been checking out their basic bookbinding classes along with something else I've been wanting to try, modern weaving. I'm a total beginner at weaving with a loom, and this class was an excellent introduction to it. If you want to try out any of their classes, Skillshare has a special deal for you. The first 500 people to sign up through my link will get 2 free months of Skillshare Premium. If after the 2 months is up, you still want to continue your membership, then it's as low as $10 a month. You can also find this link in the description below. For my cover, I'm using my 20 by 20 inch canvas art and cutting off the canvas material from the wood frame. Now that my text block is dry, I'm going to use it to measure out the cover. On the back side of the material, trace the height of your text block, and while holding where the spine should be in place, rotate the entire text block so that you can trace the front cover. At this point, you don't have to worry about the width of the cover because we're going to trim that off later. Then trim out the cover piece, and now we're going to glue the text block to the cover. Make sure everything is aligned and you have enough material on the edge of the book. And add some book glue to the spine area of the cover and also to the spine of the text block. Keep in mind you don't want to add too much glue, otherwise it will spill out the sides, making your text block messy, but just enough that will hold both pieces together. Wrap the cover around, and then I slightly stand the book up so that the spine is pressing on the table. And to help the canvas stay in place while it dries and hold the whole thing together, I use binder clips. I let this whole thing dry for a few hours, then remove the binder clips and place about 1/4 of an inch line of glue between the cover and the outside page. This is an extra step to help the cover stick to the text block. You can press it down with a bone folder and repeat that same process on the other side. And place the binder clips back on the spine one more time to let the whole thing dry. When the glue is dry, you can remove the binder clips, and now we're going to focus on the edge of the book. If you don't mind the uneven pages, you can just trim the cover material, but if you want a smooth edge, you can trim off about 1/8 of an inch from the text block using a ruler and blade. And trim off the canvas material in the process so that everything is the same width. For more tips on how to achieve a smooth book edge, check out the link in the description. And finally, here is my finished notebook with a cover made from canvas. And in my opinion, I think this art looks a lot better on a book cover. You could try this from canvas art from thrift stores, garage sales, or make your own from individual canvas sheets that come without the wood frame, and they come in pads just like a pad of paper. I'll link that in my Amazon shop. If you're ever wondering what my favorite bookbinding glue or what my favorite paint to use is, I have all of my favorite products listed in my Amazon shop. If you want to support more book projects on this channel, consider pledging on my Patreon Book Lemon tier. You can find that around here. I will also link it down below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos. I will also put some related playlists around here if you want to jump into another book project. All of the links will be down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!